Sup, this is Alex Shu coming at you with another episode. Okay, this episode, I want to talk about more of my narcissistic experiences. I mean, me meeting all the narcissists in my life. But before I talk about that, I want to tell you, my name's Alex Shu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. For example, in 3 months, I'll be 53. If you can look at my belly, I don't have any belly fat. Look at that. You can tell I don't work out because my belly is so smooth. You can go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, to buy a pair of these rings. I have lots of testimonials on my website. Most of them are Amazon customers. Most of them give me 4-star, 5-star. If you want to look like me when you're 53, livemuchlonger.com, livemuchlonger.com. Link is at the bottom of this video. Yeah, I'm going to talk more about Narcissist in this video. I was going to talk about Donald Trump, but I was waiting for Donald Trump's Colorado. The Colorado trial has already ended. Want to put Donald Trump on the ballot or not, but they're waiting for the result of the, they're waiting for the verdict. But anyway, today I want to talk more about my narcissistic experiences. All the narcissists that I met in my life, okay? But anyway, here's the clip. Okay, this happened about 25 years ago. I was only 26 that time. I was working at a duty-free shop. It's like, back in the days, there's a duty-free shop in downtown San Francisco. We sell mostly to Japanese customers. A lot of Japanese customers will enter the store. And I handle the chocolate and liquor department, okay? And then one day, there's a gorgeous, beautiful Japanese girl. She's only 19. She told me that. And she has a tan. She's very tall, and she's really, really sexy. She has very curvy body, beautiful face, nice hair, dressed up really, really, really sexy. She looked like a star. She could be on TV. She could be in movies, And then she has a friend, right? This 19-year-old beautiful Japanese girl has a friend. Her friend is not very impressive. Her friend is a lot shorter. Okay, that beautiful 19-year-old girl, I say she's pretty tall. I would say she's 5'6", 5'6". And her friend is probably 5'2" or 5'3". And her friend is not impressive at all. Her friend is just very, very so-so, skinny, short, and not beautiful, in any way. Just a very, very, has a normal, very common face, So both of them walk in, right? And then, see, I dress up really nice, because, I was selling liquor and chocolate, right? I have to wear a suit and a tie, and I look nice, I was 25, I looked nice, And then immediately, that Japanese girl and I, we hit it off, man. I mean, the beautiful 19-year-old Japanese girl, she started flirting with me, right? She's smiling, and she started flirting with me, and right in front of her friend. And then her friend, I see her friend is getting upset, because it's like the beautiful Japanese girl kept on flirting with me, right? So I have to talk back to this Japanese girl, right? And then her friend is all getting upset. Her friend started to look at the floor. She basically looked down to the floor. She doesn't look at me. She doesn't look at her friend. She just look at the floor. Obviously, she's very upset. Well, because she first of all, she's not pretty. She's very plain looking, right? And then her friend, her beautiful friend right here, is taking she's stealing all the attention, right? And what I do is, see, I have sympathy for people like that, So I immediately turn to her friend, the uglier friend, right? I immediately turn to her and I said, "Ojo-san, chocolate wa ikaga desu ka?" I said, "Hey, miss, do you want to buy some chocolate?" Right? And you know what? that beautiful 19-year-old girl, she just fucking walked away. And then her friend has to follow her too, right? She just she was flirting with me, and then suddenly I asked her friend. I said, "Ojo-san, chocolate wa ikaga desu ka?" And then immediately that beautiful Japanese girl just decided she just walked away. And then her friend followed her too, and then they just walked away. It's like she just walked away without even saying goodbye. I'm like, what the hell? See, that's the act of a narcissist. This Japanese girl, this 19-year-old beautiful Japanese girl is a narcissist. She doesn't allow me to talk to her friend. You notice that? It's like, all the handsome guy can only speak to me. Yeah, you can only speak to me. You're not allowed to speak to my friend. If you speak to my friend, goodbye. And they just walk away. What the fuck? Okay, another example is, I used to be a sushi chef, right? And I was working at there's a restaurant in San Francisco called Sanrak. That's a very famous restaurant. Even right now, it's a famous, notorious Japanese restaurant in downtown San Francisco on Sutter Street. I worked there when I was like 23. I learned how to make sushi there. And I work with this this Japanese guy, right? He's a sushi chef. I'm his helper, right? And eventually I learned how to make sushi, right? But then this guy is sort of jealous of my skill. It's like, I'm pretty good, It's like, because I used to be an artist, When I was younger, I used to be a painter. So I'm very artistic, right? So making sushi, to me, it's a piece of cake. It's not hard. And then he actually got jealous of my skill, And it's like one day I have this, I was preparing a sushi plate for a customer, right? I put in, there's all sorts of assortment of fishes, right? It's assortment of fish, tuna, salmon, whatever, right? Squid. I have to put the shrimp there, right? And then I have to put the topping on the shrimp. I have to put like caviar. I have to put caviar, like on top of the shrimp, right? I was about to do it because once I put the caviar there, it looks beautiful. Without the caviar, the plate doesn't look very good, right? If I put the caviar right on top of the shrimp, it's going to look really nice, right? I was going to put the caviar there, and then guess what? My partner called a waiter. That partner of mine, he just called a waiter. Hey, Tom, come. And waiter came, and he said, yeah, just take the plate. I said, wait. I didn't put the caviar yet. And he said, ikara, come on, let's go. And he just told the waiter to take the plate away. Just serve the customer now. You know what I'm saying? He would not allow me to put the caviar on top of the shrimp. Because if I did that, it would be like a masterpiece. I mean, that plate looked really, really nice. And he wouldn't allow me to finish it, And that's an art. That's an act of a narcissist. They just, it's like these little things. They won't allow it. They're not going to allow you to do it, And also this Japanese guy, this partner of mine, he kept all my tips. Because I'm a newcomer, right? I only worked there for a few months, and people put like tip money inside the tipping box, right? And guess what? He took all the tips. He would not allow me to have any of the tips. I mean, I've been working there for how many months? Like 7 or 8 months. I never received any tip from that tipping box. I mean, that's not right, I mean, I don't think that. I mean, that's just not right, But he took all the tips. And also, it's like whenever there's like to go, like people order like huge plates of sushi, right? He would not allow me to touch it. It's just really weird. It's like I could help him. I could help him put sushi inside these plates. He wouldn't allow me to He would not allow me to do it because it's like in his eyes he feels like, oh, this is the job of a master. But I think this guy's just very childish. It's just, I mean, a job is a job, right? I mean, I'm here. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter if I'm washing dishes or I'm sharpening my knife, or if I am cleaning the floor, mopping the floor, or wiping the table, or cutting fish, it doesn't really matter what I do. I'm getting paid and you're getting paid. It's like, how come you don't allow me to touch that? I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. For him, it's like, in his mind, he doesn't want me to improve. He would not allow me to make these assortments, but to me, it's just childish. It's like, first of all, I'm not going to improve by making assortment, okay? It's all in your brain. It's all in your mind. I mean, sushi is, to me, it's nothing. It's just a job. It's not like I'm not a fucking artist. I'm not a famous painter who's, making millions of dollars every year. I'm getting paid like what, $5 an hour. Back in the days, I mean, I was receiving minimum wage, right? I was getting paid $5 an hour, right? But anyway, it's just sometimes you meet people like that. These are full blown narcissists. Another narcissist is this one guy I met at work. I used to be a commodity broker when I was 19 years old. I was trading commodity in a firm. Back in the days, there is no online trading. If you want to trade like stocks or commodity or whatever, you have to go to an office. And you enter the office, there's a lot of computers. There's a lot of computer monitors on the table, right? And then it shows you all the graphs, all the stock graphs, and then you tell the clerk, oh, I want to trade this, or I want to trade that. It's like back in the days, it was like that. And there's this guy that got hired, right? He got hired the same time I did. Once he got hired, and sometimes we take lunch break, right? We could take lunch break. They gave us like 1 hour lunch break. So all the coworkers would walk together to a certain restaurant, right? We all sit on the same table. There's like 6 or 7 of us sit on the same table and we order food, right? It's Chinese food. And then this guy, Robert, he kept on talking shit about the boss, I mean, he kept on talking shit. It's like, he say all sorts of weird things. He talk about the boss, he's losing hair, his wife looked like a bitch, his tie, the tie is out of style. And it's like, just, I don't know. He just kept attacking this one boss, The boss name is Wilson. He kept on attacking Wilson. I just felt, this is really weird. This is another narcissist. It's like, why do you keep on talking shit about the boss? I mean, the boss didn't say anything, did not do anything to that guy. But he just kept attacking the boss. I don't get it. I mean, I'm just sitting there. He just kept talking shit about the boss. Like, keep on talking shit. And all the other people, they were like, oh yeah, Wilson's stupid. Yeah, Wilson's dumb. Wilson's this and that. All the other people are basically flying monkeys, And then I said, hey, excuse me. I say, Robert, why do you keep on talking shit about this boss? I mean, he seemed like a nice guy. Why are you doing this? I don't get it. Then he stopped talking shit about the boss, right? And then the boss came in. The boss came to the restaurant too, order some food. And the boss said, oh, you guys are here too, huh? And then the boss said, hey, you know what? This table I'll treat. And then the boss actually treated us lunch. The boss actually put down the money to treat us lunch. And the boss walked out. And then this Robert guy said, wow, this Wilson, he seemed pretty nice, huh? He actually treated us lunch. And then when I went back to the company, I told Wilson about Robert. I said, hey, this guy Robert, he's a little weird. He kept on talking shit about you. And then the next day, my boss Wilson fired him. So, I personally, I don't like narcissists. I'm very anti-narcissist, so I got him fired. And what else is there? Oh yeah, this guy, I used to work at a karaoke bar when I was like 24 years old. That time I didn't wear glasses. You know, my eyesight is getting pretty bad, but I'm not wearing glasses, right? So I had difficulty looking at, you know, if I look at the floor, I cannot see if there's hair. And it's like this. I have a coworker. His name is Sam, right? And he noticed it. He noticed that I have poor eyesight. And he told the other coworker that I have poor eyesight, and then that woman also said, "Yeah, Alex has poor eyesight." So it's like they want me to go to the to the restroom, okay, to pick up hair. If anybody, you know, when people go to the restroom, they would have like their hair would drop to the floor, right? And they want me to pick up the hair because I have poor eyesight. I couldn't see the hair, you know. So a lot of times they say, "Oh, look, Alex, you missed a spot. You don't see that hair. You don't see that hair." You know. She kept on complaining about me cannot see. You know, I have poor eyesight. I can't see the hair. Other than that, I mean, I can see pretty much everything. I just cannot see the hair. You know. And this guy Sam, he really hates me. I don't. It's not because I have poor eyesight. He hates me because I'm receiving all the good tips. You understand? I'm young. You know. I'm handsome. And a lot of times at a karaoke bar, you know, because I'm a pretty good singer, right? So a lot of guys will, a customer would request me to sing. Hey, I want Alex to sing again. Alex, sing that, you know, New York again. So I go on the stage. I would sing New York, New York. You know, I would sing, you know, Frank Sinatra's New York, right? And then every time I sing that song, I get a lot of tips. That guy would tip me like $15 every time. And this Sam, he's just getting jealous, you know. And you know what he did? He and the other coworker, right? They went to. I work at two places. I work at a karaoke bar, and I also work at another Japanese restaurant. It's called Goemon. And he asked me, you have another job? I said yes. He said, where do you work at? I said Goemon. And guess what? The Sam and the other coworker, right? They went to my restaurant, Goemon, right? And they started talking shit about me in front of my boss. I mean, my boss at the other, you know, at the restaurant, Goemon, right? Yeah, they got me fired. You know, and then the Goemon said, he said, oh yeah, I noticed that Alex has poor eyesight. And then he got me fired at Goemon, right? The boss said, yeah, you know what? The reason why I fire you is because your coworker from the karaoke bar, they came to me, okay, and they also complain about your eyesight. You have poor eyesight, you know. So you need you need to get a new pair of glasses or something. You know. And anyway, you're fired. Goodbye. So I got fired from the Japanese restaurant, right? And then right after I got fired from the Japanese restaurant, the karaoke bar, they also fired me because Sam finally convinced the boss that, oh, see, Alex got fired from the Japanese restaurant, so we should fire him too. And then they fired me too. Wow, it's like, see, that's another act of a narcissist, you know. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, why do you have to get me fired from my other job? I just don't get it. You know, what the fuck did I ever do to you? You know, he's just jealous. You know, because Sam, he's an old man. He's like a 40, 50-year-old man. You know, he received lower tips than I do. So he just got jealous, and he got me fired from 2 of my jobs. You know, simultaneously. And then later on, I found out that Sam also got fired. Like right after I got fired, 3 months later, he also got fired. I don't know why he got fired, but right after he made me get fired, he got fired too. You know, so well, that's it for today. I'm gonna tell you about other narcissists at another episode. I'll talk to you guys later.